Okay, this is a quick snapshot of the garden on May 7th, 2020. It's supposed to get down below freezing to 29 degrees. Tomorrow night it's going to be around 30 tonight or so, 33. So it's a big cold snap. The jet streams come way down. So what we need to do is cover up the garden with some of the fresh plants and hope for the best during the weekend. Just for a reference point, here's a shot I took of the backyard in January. You can see how flooded it is. Look to the right, even up front beyond the window in the garage, and it was even worse in the back. And the back corner was completely underwater. So we're hoping these 14 yards of dirt will substantially help. So let's cut to some live May 7th, 2020 video. Again, as I said, it's going to get below freezing this weekend, and it's starting to get cold and nasty now. We've been in the mid-60s, low 60s, and it's just getting worse. So I transplanted those daisies, either some zinnias and marigolds coming up. We planted a ton of bulbs in here, as I showed earlier. There's our whatever that stuff is, chives. Yeah, here's what we planted. We planted 50 of these. We're going to go get probably 200-300 more of those and just scatter them around. And we planted some of these in back too. What we want to do is we really want to load it up on perennials and to really make the garden look nice and have a mind of its own. We planted these things. These are like perennial flowers in the back we just passed, and they've really taken well. And here we planted this tore all this up, put grass in, added a bunch of dirt. Again, we've added 14 cubic yards of dirt. We dug this out, this new garden. We've got a trellis coming. And moving in the back, the two japonicas here on the right, we thought were dead, but they're getting new growth, which is really good because we ripped out 4 of them. And underneath that little container are cuttings from those new perennials we dug up. You can see the back of the yard is extremely bare and sparse, but we have a lot planted back there. The back of the garage is still very, very ugly, but there's not much we can do about that now. The metal trash can is full of compost. We planted a bunch of vegetables and things back there. Again, it's blank slate, a lot of grass seed, tons and tons of wildflower seeds back in there. So we may make that like a little meadow. Again, we're thinking about making this back kind of a wildflower meadow a little bit. We're really not sure. And we're not sure of the sun patterns too. Again, our neighbor cut a lot down, but we don't know how much it's going to grow back in full summer. We can see we've got a lot of space to work with back here. Okay, this view is from the very back corner of the house, and it's doing pretty well. I mean, you look at it and you see how much area we have to work with and how much we've done. I guess where I'm standing now used to be completely 100% underwater, so we're making a lot of progress. These are ferns we transplanted last year from Brian's backyard, and they're coming up really, really nice. And there's some runners, and look how these are coming up, so we're very, very happy. We like these ferns. This is a view in the back, sitting on the Adirondacks chairs in the other corner, and it's going to be really nice because we can see the garden that's going to be facing the house along with the bird bath. Then we can see where the wildflower meadow and the other back is. And we have a ton of vegetables planted back there, not so much for yield, but just hope that they'll absorb water and just help with the biomass back there. Again, here's a shot from January, how flooded it was, and we want to transform our backyard from this to this, only exponentially larger.